Hey guys, so Tubie2go obviously makes backpacks to help try to give our tubies the opportunity to feed on the go. So while they're moving, not have to drag an IV pole around or any other device that restricts their movement or how far that they can be based on how long the feeding extension and the tubing is. But I guess one of the things that I wanted to show everybody is if your tubie is a real mover and a shaker and you find that you're getting air inside of the tubing because air pockets as they're moving around in the feed bag are making its way into the pump, one of the things that you can do is prime all of the air out of the feed bag before you start the feed. And when you do that, you can actually even throw the feed bag into the backpack without hanging it, or you know, it can be in any direction because you're not worried about air getting into the feed line once you've primed all the air out. So that's what I wanted to show you today, the method to do that, and some of the things that you need to think about if that's an option that you're considering. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn your feed bag upside down so that the tubing is up top. I've already modified this feed bag so that it can free flow prime. If you're not sure about that, there's a separate Tubie2go video that explains how to do that. And that way I don't have to press on the teardrop in order to manually prime. But in this case, instead of priming the feed, I'm gonna prime the air out of the bag. So I'm gonna turn the bag upside down and I'm just gonna push all the air as much as I can out of the bag. So it's almost creating what looks like a vacuum seal, you know, when your meats are vacuum sealed. Okay. So now I'm gonna plug in my cartridge into the pump. Sorry, a little bit awkward holding Magnus here. Okay. And I'm gonna see if I can prime out any of the remaining air. Okay, Magnus. So now, if you turn the bag around, you can see that it's pretty flat. There's not really extra air in there, and you could almost just, you know, throw it around when you prime it through with the actual fluid. Okay, you're okay. Okay, now once it's through, you'll be able to see I can put the bag down, hit run, and it's still gonna pump food out of my bag even though I have it lying flat. So if you have this bag in your backpack, your Tubie2go backpack, you don't have to worry about air bubbles popping through because I've primed the air out. So I can throw that bag in any direction and it will still continue to pump. So see how the bag is flat on the floor right now and it's still managing to pump the fluid out. So no problem. It's still pumping all the food out even though the bag is flat on the ground. So that's a trick to prime the air out first. If your tube feeder is going to be rolling around in their backpack, then this makes sure that you don't get air bubbles while they're moving around. If they're going to stay upright, then the Tubie2go backpack has the Velcro to help secure the bag upright anyways, but literally if your tube feeder is going to be rolling around or turning themselves upside down somehow, doing cartwheels while feeding, then you're going to want to prime the air out first. If you have any questions, reach out to me on the Tubie2go Facebook page. Otherwise, make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you can see more videos and hacks as we create them. So I just want to show you, if you've primed the air out properly, when you turn it upside down and take the air out, you're going to have fluid stuck in the neck here, the neck of the bag. Okay, so you actually have to account for that extra fluid that's going to be stuck there when you pour in the volume of your feed. I'm guessing there's probably at least a good 30-40 mils in there extra that you would have to add. And again, if you prime the air out properly, that should happen, okay, because all that air that gets drawn up when your bag is turned upside down, when you're priming it out at the beginning, should get trapped inside that neck. Okay, so for someone like Magnus who only takes 160 mils per feed, this is not a great option because you're going to lose a significant amount in there. And I know people who are putting breast milk into the bags typically don't like to waste breast milk, so you wouldn't want to probably go with this method. But I just wanted to show you, see how that there's food trapped in there. So you need to make sure that you account for that when you're priming air out of the bags to feed.